Hey, sweetie fam. Welcome back to a slight facelift to what I was calling my studio and that I will be calling my glam/beauty room. Now, I did a whole gut job outside of the painting of the walls last year, literally the same time. I got new furniture, desk, vanity, garment racks, cubes for my sneakers, like the whole works. But this year, we're giving more aesthetic, and not the normal aesthetic. You should see me. I'm putting up quotes, but the aesthetic that suits me, that fits who I am as a creator of family fashion and lifestyle content. So first thing I'm doing is changing my closet where you see all those purses and all that into my mini office, and then my actual studio will be a beauty room. Stay tuned for part 2. One of the main reasons why I decided to do another upgrade, a little mini facelift to my area where I created content, as I told you before, it was about the aesthetic. I needed the aesthetic to fit me, and it wasn't doing that. And being that the one area that I sit in the most, which is my desk where I edit the content, it honestly didn't need to take up as much space as it does because it's one L-shaped desk. So I just needed a smaller space for that. And I also needed it separate from the area where I create the content. It kind of just gives a different vibe. So the wall color is different. The decor in there will be different. And that's why I was like, yeah, I have to take everything out. Y'all see me tearing my walls up right here with these command strips? I'm normally pretty good at this. However, thank goodness for the new decor that I have. I'll be covering it up and you won't even see it. But I decided to make this change because as my content is growing, things, you need to change. That's the reality of life. Like, you evolve. And I wish I would have did this last year. I'm just going to be honest with you. Y'all know the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And I don't even believe in shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But this is a shoulda, coulda, woulda moment. I should have did this last year, but I didn't think that far ahead. I thought in the moment, and thinking in the moment is always good. Now, I did not realize I had so much stuff until I had to realize I had so much stuff. A lot of this crafting pieces and items that I have are all going upstairs to the playroom. I'm splitting the playroom from half toys to half crafting because I have 2 daughters who enjoys the playroom, but one is conducive for one child but not the other, and my oldest daughter is really into crafts, so she'll get all that. And I just want to let you know, I did go through everything to make sure it was stuff I really wanted. I was like, okay, if it fits, if I like it, I'm keeping it. If it had holes in it, if it was just something I've had literally for many years, I'm like, it's time to get rid of it because eventually I'll be getting more things. Now, I love the way that I was able to just literally get everything out on my own. I didn't need any help. I moved everything on my own, which I'm really proud of. Shout out to me. But I did do some dusting and some sweeping because this area is kind of small and closed off. And we are ready for part 3. So stay tuned, hit that follow button, and I can't believe I'm really doing this, y'all. Let's get into part 3. So with part 3, you'll see me right here trying to push this 150-pound desk through this little bitty doorway. Okay. And I was huffing and puffing, breathing hard, sweating. And I had to call in reinforcements. I called my son first and I was like, okay, we need more reinforcement. And then I called in the one and only, my man. Y'all see him tap that thing back there? Yeah. Okay, that was his reward. Because he had to take the desk down, like break it apart, take it apart, bring it into my office, and then put it back together. So he deserved that little tap right there. Yeah. Now I'm able to turn the desk the way I needed to turn it. And then I realized I had so much extra space. So I decided to add my dresser and then another shelf in my desk. And on that shelf, I have all my hygiene stuff, especially what I call it, my extra items that I get from Costco or when things are on sale. So my extra soaps, deodorant, my toothbrush caps, y'all know, mouthwash, things like that. I put all that stuff in there, and I really didn't think that belongs in my glam room, nor does it I like for my stuff to be in the bathroom. I don't know. I just like my stuff. I like my stuff. So that's why it is where it is. Now this shelf, I brought it into my office because I needed my pants, joggers specifically, to be in a certain area. And these are seasonal, so they didn't need to be in the area where I make my content, because my content area needs to be stuff that we use all year, right? Now you'll see me adding decor, wall decor, and so many other things to my office that just give it more of a business vibe. It makes me think and create like juices that's gonna get me pumping to do my thing. And I love my office. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I would have done this a long time ago, but I love its simplicity. I love even though the walls are blue, I just love everything about it. It's not too much. It is just right. Everything has a spot, and I'm very happy with the way everything looks. So here is this vanity I purchased in March of 2022. And I am just going to tell you guys, this joker was heavy. Okay, you'll see me wobbling with it, wobble with it, wobble with it, wobble with it, hey, wobble with it, wobble with it. And I realized that, hey, I don't want to bend the legs too far. I don't want to mess it up. I spent a lot of money on this vanity, so I'm gonna call in reinforcement. Who is that? My man, aha, my man. See, it's something about when my top eyelash meet my bottom eyelash, and I roll my eyes in between, that he just come running, baby, and he's going to make sure his number one girl has everything she needs. Shout out to my man. Yes, God. And shout out to him for putting all these shells together. Okay. You'll see the black shells. All of them. Everyone. It was 5 shells. Not only were it 5 shells, but them jokers was heavy. Okay. Baby girl didn't have to pick up a thing. Now that is the way you flex. All right. All right. Thank you, Lord. Now, I moved this vanity to this corner because when I originally had it just up against the wall, you could just see all types of confusion. And I don't even know if this confusion is a word, but discombobulation and confusion behind me, which was like my studio lights and just all type of stuff. So I moved it into this corner because as the transformation continues to happen, you'll see how I move the room around and the things in it where it's going to look more conducive to what I got going on. Now, I will say that the clear baskets, or should I say buckets? Yeah, let's say buckets. And the clear trays and the clear eyeglass racks are all from Amazon. And I did a lot of research to see what would best fit my aesthetic, my vibe, and the feel for the room. So that is why I went with clear. Rose gold is actually my accent color, but I couldn't find it in these type of materials that I wanted for my glam room. Now, all of the shelves, there's tall ones and there's small ones. They all are from Target. You know, a lot of people are getting the white shelves to really like complete a closet. However, that to me is very typical for the teal walls. So I went with the black because it matches the furniture aesthetic in my glam room and in my office. So my desk is like a wood and black. So is my vanity. So is my dresser. Y'all see the vibe here. Now I love the way everything is just coming together. It's giving flow. Even the rug, right? Everything is coming together exactly the way it is supposed to be because I did my research. So this corner is all set and all put together and it's matching and it's vibing. Y'all stay tuned for part 5. Now today's transformation is kind of a cluster of actually like the last 2 days. And I'm going to be honest, I stayed up all night, like 24 hours. Like I started at 6 in the morning and I didn't go to bed until 6 a.m. the next day. That is right. I needed to get this done. So right now we are in the area behind the vanity. So my camera is on the vanity and you guys saw how that looked, which was super cute. And the reason why I put that vanity in the corner, I wanted to be able to see a visual behind me when I do my content at my vanity, which I do a lot of content. I go live when I need to do short videos, when I need to do reviews of items that don't have much to do with like fashion where I need to stand up. So that is the area where I do that. And behind me needs to look good. It needs to give a vision. And then that is what I'm doing. So I purchased 5 of those shelves. I got 3 of the tall ones. You can see the black ones there. I got 3 tall black ones and I got 2 small black ones. And I got those from Target. And I know a lot of people are getting the white ones to fix up their closets. But you know your girl had to be different because the black and the brown vibe is the color of my furniture in my studio. Or it was the color of my furniture in my studio and in my closet. And it still is the color of my furniture in my glam room and mini office. So I just went on and continued that black vibe, and I really love the black touch. I really do. Like, it gives such just a sleek look. And this little storage area with the where you can hang up the clothes and then you can also use the shelves. I've had this for a few years. I got it from Amazon. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I actually had this before I bought this house in 2020. So yeah. And it has been sturdy, like old faithful. So I wanted to use that as well. And as I told you guys in the last few days, that if I can't see it, I didn't need it. So I went through a lot of my items, from shoes, purses, clothes, glasses, everything, rugs and all, to see what I needed to keep and to see what I needed to give up. You'll also see many different rugs. And I know y'all like, girl, why you just didn't get your room carpeted? Because I'm not even sure if that's what I want. However, the areas that I do stand at the most are carpeted and the rugs are not the same. However, that's my business and my Tabitha Brown voice. I realized once again I had a lot of items, and you'll see me pulling items from like outside of my glam room because I pulled everything out of what was my studio and put it in my husband's man cave. So his area was a mess. And I, as I was organizing and getting everything back together, I was putting things back on the shelves, on the garment rack. These garment racks are from Wayfair and they are heavy duty garment racks costing $90 a rack. And I have 3 of them and they're super high. So you can also put an additional rack under it because it only comes on 1 level garment rack or 1 row garment rack. And I normally like to have 2 row garment racks. This other garment rack is from Meyer, didn't cost as much, and that's pretty much for content. Now, as I told you before, the rugs are going to rug. They're not the same, but they're similar in color. So you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. This is the final touch of my office. I did put my shoes, technically my winter and fall boots, in there because we're going into spring and summer, and those are shoes that are like, they're for specific seasons, so they can definitely be in my office. I have my dresser, all of like my hygiene stuff, everything just easily accessible because that's what I need. That's what works for me. Now here in the glam room, you'll see there's 3 rows and 3 racks of garment racks. And so I'm able just to move that garment rack back and forth, kind of like I'm opening a closet door. You'll see me do it again just so you can see. I'm just going to move it when I'm ready to look at the back rack and put it back. And y'all didn't see some bras before, so don't act funny, okay? But this is just the full look. I still got my sneakers there. I got my purses. I got my jeans and my joggers because it's still pretty chilly. My dresses. And I pulled out all of my summer clothes, my vanity, my full-length mirror. I have my hair area. And then I have another area of glasses and more accessories. Y'all, this area feels like home. All I can say is let's get dressed. Y'all, I am forever Patra Denise. And y'all be sweet. Smooches. Give my dance on. Hey.